Okay. Basically, when it comes to grooming, grooming is something that a dog should have to encounter at least 2 or 3 times a week, every week. If they have issues with being handled, get your tool, allow them to sniff it, and always start with someplace the dog enjoys. A lot of dogs like having their chest scratched, and places that are unobtrusive, don't rub really hard, just rub kind of gently, and then just kind of very briskly go over the dog before they have an opportunity to react. It's not important that they have the work done all at one shot. Good girl. Yay, see that? But give them an opportunity to investigate and reward them for their curiosity and for their patience. Good girl. And I'm going for the little hollows of her breastbone there and down the legs. Whoops. Uh-oh. Thank you, Peter. And just down the body a little bit. And you can see her skin's kind of going, oh yeah, that feels nice. And she's blowing coat. And she was a little bit wormy when she came. And we treated her. She's going to need to get wormed again. But for the most part, and then all of a sudden when they start realizing this is actually kind of enjoyable, just do a little bit. Leave a little on the table. So that way, good girl. That way they're not, they don't object to it in the future. Nails, on the other hand, are a different issue. And for this, I've employed my husband Peter to help so he can keep her still. And the thing is, there's a balance. Hold up. There's a balance between overhandling a dog and not handling them masterfully enough. Because in this situation, people have to be made safe. Even a young dog who doesn't have a harmful bone in their body, they get startled or they get aroused and they will use their teeth. So it's a matter of applying enough direct pressure to the dog to keep her still, but not so much that she feels overwhelmed and that she feels trapped. So what we normally advise, we gotta do this quickly because we're running out of video. We bring the collar up high underneath the throat lash. Now this is a prong collar, so we don't have to apply that much pressure because she just completely ignores the pressure of the chain collar. And hold it upright with one hand, which is a nice balance. We're not going to be choking the dog out, but we're teaching her right away, based on the information that she's already learned about collar pressure, is don't fight that pressure. And then my husband's going to place his hand under her muzzle, not covering the eyes, as I grip each foot and make a quick snip of the white space, because she's got a nice clear nail, which makes my job a lot easier. That one doesn't need cut. Looks like she caught it on something. Be still. Good girl. Now, I'm not going to beat up on her for pulling away. All I'm going to do is hold that foot until she relaxes before I make my cut. Good girl. Very nice. Now, because she's polydactyl, she actually drives off of her rear a little bit better than she drives off of her front, and I can tell that because there's much more wear on her hind legs. When we do these dogs, we usually do them from a standing position. If you notice, my hand is underneath the dog's body, and I'll bring the hind leg up, get her to flex it a little bit. Good. Because if she goes down, I have her in my arms, and she's not going to get hurt. At the same time, my presence in this way helps her to understand that I pretty much control the situation. Good girl. It's not harmful to the dog. And if you notice, those polydactyl nails, one has almost grown completely around. These are some that they're going to have to be cut pretty frequently throughout this pup's life. Good girl. I actually had to make a cut from the top because they're so bad. Hold still there, pumpkin. There we go. Good girl. And now, when we go to move to the hind leg, it's the same thing. I'm going to draw the dog's leg up and under the body somewhat. Get those nails because they're pretty bad. Good girl. Look at you, huh? She's chirping a little bit because she's starting to get a little unnerved by the process. And we're done. All right! Peter's going to let her escape the table after I give her a cookie. Hey! Looky-loo, looky. Good girl. And I'm going to reward her for her overall performance.